Hello students, today we will study the concept of arrays in Solidity. As we are familiar with the most of the programming languages, we know an array is the collection of elements of the same type which is stored in the memory. Let's say we want to store the age of peoples. So obviously it is the integer type of value, and for that we can create the array. Okay. In Solidity, the size of the array can be fixed or dynamic. So we can say that there are two types of arrays, fixed size arrays and dynamic size arrays. Let's see the syntax for fixed size array. First we need to specify the data type, then in square bracket we need to specify the size, then array name, it is user defined, and then we can specify its element. Okay, let's start this implementation in remix id environment. Actually this is the workspace for Ethereum blockchain. Here basically we are writing the smart contracts. Okay, now here we will write the contract for array. As we want to create the array, as per syntax, first we need to specify the data type uint. In Solidity we are using the mostly data type as uint. For unsigned integer means it can accept only integer values. Along with that we need to specify the size of the array. Then here we are writing its access specifier public. Public means other outside contracts can also access this array. Name of the array is suppose age. Now here only we will assign some values 10, 20, 30, 40. We have assigned 4 values to this array. Let's see whether it is working or not. Here this is the compiler option. As we have set auto compile, so program is already compiled. Then this is the symbol for deploy. Click on the deploy symbol. Here you have to click on the deploy button, then the contract is deployed. Okay, then here you can see the setter function for age is created as we have declared public. So whenever you will use public specifier for any of the variable, then it will create the setter function for that. Now here we will check at particular index what is the value. So at 0 index what is the value, just click on the age button, it is showing 10. At 0 index 10 is stored in the age. At first index 20 is stored. At the last means third index 40 is stored. Okay, means it is working. Now we can set the value in the array. So for that we need to write the function. So suppose name of the function is set, as we want to set the value in the array. So if we want to set the value in the array, so we need to specify its index along with its value. So uint index comma uint which value we are going to specify. Okay, after that access specifier for that function public. Okay, then we will write the code of that function. So just we want to assign this value to this particular index. So here we can write name of the array. Name of the array is age of index. We are going to assign some value. Which value? This value. So here we will write equal to value. Okay, already it's compiled. Then we will deploy it. Okay, see. So earlier there was the setter function for age. Now we have created or written the set function. So set function is also there. Okay. Now at 0 index value 10 is stored, right? Now Already earlier we checked at particular index what values are stored internally in Solidity, right? Now why we have written set function to set the value in the array at particular index. Okay, so if you want to check this set function, here it is asking for some value. Which value? First we are going to specify index and then its value. Okay, now only we have checked at 0 index value 10 is stored. So at a 0 index I want to assign some different value, suppose 75. Okay, 0 comma 75, like that I will need to specify. Then click on set function. Okay, now here we have changed the value at 0 index, so I will check that value. Okay, now it is 75, means it is modified, or we have set the value at particular index. Okay, now we will see how to find out the length of the array. Okay, so for that length function we can use, but directly we cannot use. We need to write down the separate function for that. Leng th length. Here you can use any name, this is not a keyword. Then access specifier we will specify. Now we are using new term view. View means actually in contract we are declaring the state variable. So age is nothing but the state variable. So if we are just going to read the values of state variable, then here we are using the view keyword. Okay, then returns. Obviously if we want to return some value, we need to pass the parameter u int. Then we just want to find out the length of the array. Okay, so return array name dot length. Name of the array is age dot length. Now this is the user defined function length. So we will deploy this contract. Okay, now you can see one more setter function is created, length. Okay, again we will check at the 0 index what value is there, 0. Okay, at first index 20, like that. At the last index I will check, it is 40. We know that there are 4 elements in the array. Okay, as we have declared the size of the array is 4. Now we can click on the length function to find out the length. So length of the array is 4, so here it is indicating 4. So this way we can find out the length of the array. So all these about the fixed size array. Now we can see the concept of dynamic size array. So when creating a dynamic array in Solidity, we need to provide a data type that it can hold. So this is the syntax. First we need to specify the data type, this empty square brackets. Then if you want access specify, then name of the array. Okay, then we can add an element into the array. So for that we need to use the push method. So whenever we are using the push method, it adds that element at the end of the array. Okay, suppose name of the array is array itself, then array dot push. If I want to add the element 100 in that array, then I will write like this, array dot push in around bracket 100. Okay, let's see its implementation. In the same program we will change it. We will make some changes in the same code. as it is dynamic size array, here we are using empty square brackets uint public age. Okay, then here we want to push element into the array. Okay, so for that again we will write the function push element. Again it is a user defined function. We are pushing the element, so we need to specify that element. So for that we will pass some parameter uint that item we are going to push. So uint item, then access specifier as public. Okay, then here already we saw the syntax. Each dot push, what we want to push, that item that we have passed. So push dot item, push in bracket item. We can check this function. First we'll close the previous contracts. Already it is compiled, then deploy it. Now here setter function is there for each and push element. Okay, now we have not assigned any of the elements, right? At 0 you can check nothing is stored because it is a dynamic array. Now as we know this is the empty array, we can push the elements. Now at the 0 index I want to push 11. Okay, push, then at 0th element you can check 11 is okay. Now at first index I want to store 12, so click on push element, so it will add next element at first location. Okay, we can check at next index we will store 13, so we have to click on that push element button. We can check 13 is stored. Okay, now third index I want to push 14, click on push element, and we can check at the third index of age value 14 is stored. Like that elements are stored in the array, or we can push the elements in the array. Now similar to fixed size array, here also we can find the length of the array. Okay, so directly we cannot use that length function. We need to write that code in the function itself. So function, here I will be using length function, then access specifier public, view. As we know view, why we are using view, we are just going to read the state variable, that's why view. Then we will pass the parameter uint, not parameter, data type. So we will write down the code for finding the length. Return array dot length. Name of the array is age, so age dot length. Sorry, here we need to no need to specify the opening closing round brackets. Okay, so if you will run this code, it will show as 14. So we will just deploy it. Now here you can see age, push element, length function is there. Again we need to run that code at 0. we want to insert 11. At first index we want to insert 12. At second index we want to insert 13. At third index we want to insert 14. Okay. Okay. uh, I have not clicked on that push button, I think so, that's why it is showing the length of the array as 3 only. So like this we can find out the length of the array. And one more thing, we can pop the element from the array, which already we studied. To pop the element we will just write the array dot pop, and no need to pass any parameter for the pop function, as pop element is used to remove the last element from the array. So that's why no need to specify any index or value. Automatically it will delete or remove the last element from the array. So we can check that also. For that again we will write the function of element. No need to pass any parameter, just specify its access specifier. Array dot pop. So here name of the array is age dot pop, just semicolon. It is the function, so we need to specify the opening closing round brackets. Okay, then again we will deploy this contract. At the 0 index I want to assign 11 push element. At the first index I want to push 12 element. At the next index second I want to push 13. At the next index 3 I want to insert 14. At the next index 4 I want to assign 15 value push element. Now length of the array is 4. Okay. Now if we will click on pop element, it will remove the last element. Now we can check the length 3. Okay. So like this way we can remove the element from the array using dot pop method. So all this about fixed size and dynamic size array in Solidity. Thank you.